Welcome to another video, A Walk with Phil, and I'm in West Bromwich and it's a very dismal grey Wednesday morning today. And so what I thought I'd do is something a little bit different. I'll take you along some of the back streets off the high street here in West Bromwich. Right, we're here on the high street here in West Bromwich. Just over there we used to be the General Post Office. You can see now it's to let. It used to be a pub called the Post Office as well, but it's been empty now for a very long time. Job centre just ahead of me, and that's there was the site of a very famous church, Christ Church. And what I want to do is take you up here in Lodge Road. There's been a lot of work of late up here with regards to the town hall and the library. They've been scaffolding has been up for a good 12 months or so, and they've been doing it up, cleaning it up, and the scaffolding is finally being removed. You can see there's a little bit of work still being done on the side of the town hall, and there's still some work at the front by the library still going on. What I'll do is take you along here in Lodge Road, and what I'm going to do is to end up near the bus station in West Bromwich. It's a very dismal day. There's rain in the air. I've covered this a few times in past videos, the old West Bromwich Grammar School, but as you can see now it's an Islamic teaching school now. The blue plaque on there is about Madeleine Carroll, one of the famous Hollywood actresses who spent her educational time here. We'll just have a quick walk along some of Edward Street and show you what's down there. Someone made a comment in the comments section, because I did say that Beaches Road was more commonly associated with the wealthy, but someone pointed out and said, what about Edward Street? And yeah, I'm thinking, well, what about Edward Street? But when you look into Edward Street, you find this was a very fine street. This is a lot of wealthy people would live in Edward Street back in the early 20th century, late 19th. As you can see, there's a lot of fine houses along here. These houses seem to be like they're a couple of houses joined together. Then you would have a kind of gap in between the two. You'd have a couple of houses together, look, and then you would have another gap in between the two. And yeah, it's quite a fascinating street really when you come down. When you see it's also quite tree lined as well. And a very fine looking house. It's all gabled and black and white at the top. And so you've got some very ornate sculpturing above the doors. I'll just show you here this one. As you can see, some of the front doors, there's some of the original sculpture work when the houses were built. And of course there's a lot of original features dotted along the fronts of the houses. Look, again with their familiar pillars and walls. One or two look as though they're in need of a bit of repair here and there now, but they're still here. And someone has kindly left a chair here if you want to take a seat here in Edward Street. Yeah, so what I'll do is we'll end our walk at the West Bromwich bus station today. And I'll tell you what as well, parking is getting a little bit difficult now in West Bromwich. It's perhaps been like that for some time now, but if you want to try and avoid paying parking charges on the car parks, then trying to find a space down the side road is nigh on impossible during the day, especially now that they've seem to have double yellows along most of the roads now near to the town. And when you do see spaces, there are at the front of houses here without double yellows. They're permit holders only. Yeah, just down there is Lodge Road. Just here there was a building called the Masonic Hall. Now it's a car park. I think it's to the NHS staff. Yeah. Just here at all, and of course all here with all these cars were parked. I did a video not so long ago, and it was about the Gala Baths used to be here. Used to dominate this site. We've still got work going on over here with this new hospital. So this particular road we're going down is Lombard Street West. Lombard Street West, and here's a bit of an eyesore building for you here now. It's called West House. I don't think it's used now, surely not. As you can see, look at all the frontages of the paint and it's all peeling off. There's 2 or 3 windows open, so goodness knows what sort of bird life are in there. There's a restaurant here. I know it opens. I came down here one of the evenings, I was surprised to see this place open. Domain Plaza. Another very famous building here, the Magistrates Courts, no longer used. Beyond these whiteboards, there used to be a restaurant, an old restaurant there with a famous Derby sign that was engraved in the brickwork, and I think that's where that famous sign now is hanging on a wall near the entrance to Dartmouth Park. And that part of the high street will take you into town. What we'll do is go along Lombard Street. It's Lombard, there's Barclays Bank here. Still got its signage on the side saying please keep safe and stay 2 meters apart. You'd have thought they'd have taken all those off now, wouldn't you? You still see reminders of that time where you were required to stand 2 meters apart. Still see arrows on the floors in shops, and there's an example just of all those signs there. Now here we've got a garage called Meteor Garage. Don't know if it's always been called Meteor Garage, but it's been a garage here as long as I can remember. It's a very tiny place. As you can see, it's just got one workshop in there where there's one hydraulic ramp. Let's go down here. Never been down here. It's like a passageway. Permit holders only. And you've got this kind of old building here. Not sure what that is. Okay, there used to be the telephone exchange here. Just beyond there's the job centre just ahead. I don't know what some of these buildings are here, do you? There's one here, all the front windows here are all fortified. Okay, so if you've never been down this passage here on Lombard Street, now you have. You ain't missing anything. Yeah, what's Lombard Street got then? Well, I remember this place here, it used to be called the Greaves Organisation. A very fancy name for the office block here, but now you'd have thought they'd still be offices, wouldn't you? But they're not. They're all apartments now. Yeah, all apartments. A lot of these office blocks now are converted to apartments and you wouldn't know it. But this block here, these are still offices apparently. Yeah, but there is some lighting, it's right at the top floor. Yeah, so there's still plenty of empty office space in West Bromwich. Lombard Street still ahead. There's a service yard there for B&M, which is a discount store. Church Street. Let's go and have a look down Church Street, shall we? That's something to do with NHS. I'm not really sure. Let's see if there's any signage here for this building, because I've passed this many a time. I just think it's a big old house, but it says it's an outpatient department, Edward Street Hospital. So it's to do with Edward Street Hospital. There is a light on, so I'm guessing it's still being used for medical purposes. But it needs a bit of money being spent, I think, on the side. All the window frames are flaking and going rotten, actually. When you go down these back streets as well in West Brom off the High Street, there's a lot of this. There's a lot of parking spaces available if you wish to pay. And here's the old telephone exchange just here. That's where we just was, behind that building. This is a company called Swader, but this is where they used to register, I think it was the births and deaths here, before it went to Highfields House. But this is a skills work and enterprise development agency. But I'm not sure if it's still trading as such. Oh, there's lights on. Yeah, it's still open. It's still working. Still people in there offering employment support. Inspire, motivate, and achieve. It says. Ahead of me, we've got Bratt Street, and we'll take a right up Bratt Street now. Okay, this is the top half of Bratt Street now. Very fine looking houses, black and white frontages here. Every time I see this building it looks like a bingo hall, but it's actual fact it's part of the Astle Park shopping area. Just over here we've got the New Square shopping area with its next clothes store and a few other shops of note in there. Obviously Tesco Extra dominates the whole site on the corner there, and all this car parking in front, which you have to pay for. You have to pay to come on them car parks. This ring road that confuses a few people is called the Cronhills Linkway. It was always classed as the Cronhills area, but up there used to be the Cronhills School, Cronhills Primary School. Long gone. And there was a Unitarian church nearby also. Okay, this is Astle Park. We got B&M just there, and a department store, pavers, and probably the main two shops in there would be B&M and the Marks and Spencer's outlet just here at the end of this row. But Marks and Spencer's were famous when it was further up the high street. Now the building itself has all been demolished. It's either going to be where that demolition took place, it's either going to be apartments or some kind of landscape garden. Just notice there you can sell your car, or you buy any car in Astle Park. here you can still see some reminders of old West Bromwich. These houses here. You can see the frontages at the top there. This whole row. All this row here was all kept. Looking worse for wear now though, sadly. Victoria House there on the corner. Because that's where we'll go now, up Victoria Street. And what's this shop called? Yeah, okay. We'll skip that one. Right, we're up Victoria Street now. Let's have a look up here, shall we? Yeah, got a lot of... Now, you know, this is the thing now. I think when I'm looking at these buildings here, I'm assuming... You would assume there was offices, wouldn't you? But I bet they're apartments. Aston House is a dental surgery. I thought that had gone years ago, but it hasn't. It's still trading there as Aston House. And this one is Lanchard House. They're all offices. You can safely say that those are offices for sure. The rain is beginning to fall a little faster. All these are all apartments, look. And this is I'm presuming it's a Sikh temple. And we have a church here as well, along Victoria Street, opposite Edward Street. This one's called the Ealing West Bromwich Community Church. There are one or two shops along here actually. I'm not sure if they're of any interest to anyone, but this one's got clothing alterations and repairs. I didn't know there was a tailor's here. There's a number one salon hairdresser, but you can take a pick of those. There's loads of them. And next door we've got a Hajira Unisex hair and beauty salon. They're both shuttered, so not sure if they're trading. And we've got Irfan Barbers next to that. Men's cut. Place to taste at the end. It's a pizza shop. But ain't that depressing? Taylor's was probably the most interesting shop along that row. And then we was hit with beauty salons and hairdressers and barbers. And another takeaway. There's the path to take you to the Lodge Road metro stop. And this corner is a Polish store called the Polish Shop. Yeah, it's a Polish shop. There's the police station just there. Okay, so let's wander down here then, because we're going to finish up at the West Bromwich bus station, and we've got some more car parking here on the left. But this bus station originally was up in New Street before they moved it here. I don't know what their strategic thinking was when they moved the bus station to this particular spot. It certainly didn't do anything whatsoever for the economy of Queen Square. I've done a video about Queen Square and how desolate and dead it is now. And one of the main reasons was they're moving this bus station away from its natural site, really. But they moved the bus station here, and I'm not really understanding the main reason why. But anyway, we've got this strange sculpture type structure here, which stands here on the corner of the bus station. It's known as an ice cream cone colloquially. I don't know if it lights up at night. I think it used to light up. Not sure if it still does. And there's like a silver ball and another ball with a red stripe round it, but I don't know what they mean. And here we've got the Woodman Corner. It's had several names: the Crack House, Busby's, Woodman Corner, but its main time was when it was the pub called the Golden Cross, But of course this area before it became the bus station was Paradise Street. That would run straight through the bus station and straight through the King's Square. Just to show you some of the shops along here, we've got a pawnbroker's, we've got an hairdresser, we've got a taxi shop, and we've got a newsagent's. One of those, maybe the newsagent's, used to be Cammy's. They used to sell confectionery, but also you could have your hair done in there. And this is George Webb. Never sure if George Webb's anything in relation to Sydney Webb. And we've got a takeaway here and a phone shop. Okay then folks, so there we have it. We've done our little walk along some of the side streets off the high street here in West Bromwich. It's a very miserable day. It's spitting with rain. It's really cloudy and miserly and dismal, and it's just a miserable day all around actually. But anyway, we'll leave it at that, and if you like the video, hit the like button and also hit subscribe and hit the notification bell for future videos, and I'll see you on the next one.